What's up, YouTube? All right, Wednesday, 4:31. Here we are. Here we are. Give myself a little energy drink. Get spruced up for this. How you guys doing? Where's everybody at? What's going on? We got one like. How do we got a like with 0 viewers? That's weird. Okay. Mike, what's going on? Clerks 93 in the house. Was cracking. What's good? Hook roller in the house. What's going on? Desperation. Pinocchio. What's up, Big D? What's up, dude? How you doing, guys? How you doing? Everybody rolling here. Dan's Things and Stuff. Thanks for stopping by, man. What's up, big man? The big man is on. I guess that's me, you know? I guess I'm kind of big. I guess. Let's go. Brandon says, yo, Derek, look like a good practice. This Saturday, it was a good practice. Runner Boy says, brother, you're looking big. Thanks, man. This shirt's kind of tight right now, though. Hey, Derek, look strong this weekend. Thank you. Yo, Gabriel Young says, bro, I need a match the 24th. Sean canceled. Oh, that sucks, man. Y'all got to lock that down, bro. Alex McDonald, thanks for coming through. Heraclio Ramirez in the house. What's going on? Another member. Look at that badass icon next to Heraclio's name. Says, yo, you look super strong and easy. Thank you, sir. Heraclio Ramirez has a super match coming up next Sunday. So excited to see Heraclio compete. Has a super match against Russell Stark down in San Diego. Levon says Tyler's basically the same size. Sarah Latona. Also seeing you pull with John. Thanks, Sarah. X Monster, 12% alcohol. No, I'm drinking an energy drink. No beer tonight. Do you see the Ingen, Devin, and John live stream? No, I did not. Is that going on right now, or was that live right now, or was that recorded already? No, I didn't see it yet. I remember hearing that they were going to do it, but I haven't watched it yet. It ended. Okay, cool. Spencer Davis says, man, John was crushing you. I guess you see what you see. Tim J says, was earlier. Okay, I'm the Aussie who challenged you to a super match in December. I'm rethinking after watching you pull John. Maybe I'll try to outdrink you instead. Prince of Coin. So you're Lachlan? Wait. You said you wanted to have a practice match to see what a top guy feels like in the message, and now you're saying you're rethinking. So before you thought you were just going to rock me or what? Come on, man. You going to pull press? Yeah, Sarah, I'll be there. Be hanging out watching. Okay, and an hour ago. Yvonne in the house. What's going on? Gabriel Young, how did John feel? Because you looked extremely strong in the first couple of polls you posted. All right, guys. 27 people in here, 15 likes. If you guys could share this on any kind of social media, you know I would appreciate it. On Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, Discord, whatever kind of social medias you got, if you guys could throw this a share. I would appreciate it and encourage people to come hang out with us. Okay, so this weekend, a lot of things unfolded. A lot of things happened this weekend. So I guess I'll talk more about, at first we'll talk about my experiences, what I did this weekend, how the practice went that I attended, and then we can get into the Vegas tournament that happened, and then we can talk a little bit. I want to talk a little bit about Pavlo and Jerome Loud, and then Pavlo in general. Yeah, there's some things I kind of wanted to touch base on today. So on Saturday, I attended a practice in, I don't know if you guys are following my channel, then you must have seen the video I made of me attending the practice in Arizona. So I went to John Brzink's house. John Brzink lives on Power Road, by the way. I don't know if anybody else knows that. But it was awesome. So I went there, and Michael Todd was there with Rebecca, and John was there. And then there was also a lot of the top guys from Arizona. There's a couple missing, but there was a lot of the strongest guys were there for sure. Dustin Allen, Eric Wolf, Big Mark. So it was a pretty stacked practice. We had a lot of fun pulling. I was mostly focused on pulling with John and Mike, trying to get as much table time as I can with them because, it's John and Mike. So as far as pulling with John, obviously, when I first got there, the videos I made got a little skewed only because I didn't end up filming a lot of table time. My dad was there. My dad drove out there with me, and because I wasn't filming the table time, because I figured, oh, Mike's recording and John has his camera up there, and there's like 3 other people over there with cameras. They'll film. I'll get the footage somehow. that's kind of what I figured. Dad kept pulling out his phone, his old ass, droid flip phone in the corner, and was recording all matches because I guess that's what dads do. And so so the footage I released on my videos were footage from my dad's phone. That's why they were really bad quality, which in turn made the whole video bad quality. But yeah, so I go there, and in terms of me pulling with John, the first person I gripped up with was John, right-handed. Left-handed, me and Mike immediately started going to war, having fun. Right-handed is what I care about most. Most people care about right hand the most, so we'll be talking about right hand for the most part. But right hand, first person I gripped up with was John, and he said, "Let me warm you up, let me feel this." And so when my elbow was fresh and I hadn't pulled anybody yet, I did a lot of like internal rotation, kind of like this way, right? Supinated internal rotation into a hook. And John was like, "Oh shit." He goes, "No, that's lighting up my arm. It's hitting right where I'm kind of injured. Like, oh no, I can't hold that." So that was the first time I pulled John. Then later, then I start pulling with Mike. And anybody that's pulled with Michael Todd knows that if you can take his hand somehow, then you are in for a big elbow ride, because you're going to be sitting there doing this shit, and trying to get to your press. And Mike is the killer of elbows. So a couple sessions with Mike, and then I try to go back to John. And I don't know if you guys see the clips. We try to hook, and those are the hooks where John pulls through me because I had no elbow. I couldn't go sideways anymore. Mike killed it. So I try to go sideways on John. The elbow was like, nope. So then I try to just bicep curl John and cup him. That wasn't happening. so John pulls through me in the hook a couple times there. I was done. And then, but top rolling felt good with John when he was just trying to contain me at first. He's like, "Let me see if I can just contain you," And so I was able to roll him out a little bit. And then later on in practice, he was talking about in a tournament, he wouldn't just try to cut me like that. He would probably try to top roll me. He would probably try like a Travis Bagent style top roll. And I was like, "Oh, let's pull the straps," and then he's like, he wanted to try that move. And I was still able to top roll him. Obviously, it was a little bit of a war. If you've seen the match, our strap match outside, and I was able to roll him out. Now, this is just practice. In between this, we're pulling Mike a ton and stuff and pulling other people, so it's nowhere near fresh. But it was a great practice. And then in terms of me and Mike, honestly, I felt the best I've ever felt with him right-handed. I had a great right-handed practice in my mind. I was really happy with the way I felt and the way things went. Normally with Mike, I'm not usually able to get that close, and I was re-gripping. I know he's having a little bit of problems with his pronation, and once again, his practice, and he was pulling with John as well. But everything just felt good, and I felt like I had a clear head in terms of re-gripping and stuff like that. My just elbow couldn't hang. I haven't been doing enough table time, I think, especially not at that high of a level, and my elbow hasn't been getting built up. So, me and Mike, we went back and forth. I never pinned him right-handed, but I got him really close a few times right-handed, and I ended up stopping. I was like, "Oh, that hurts, dude. My elbow's about to blow up." So I would stop. But yeah, so that's kind of how that went in terms of my pulling. And I got to watch John and Mike go at it for a while, and John looks good, guys. John looks good. And one of the biggest things I took away from John and Mike pulling is that they would go multiple rounds, right? So they would arm wrestle, do a war, because any match with Michael Todd is a war if you're strong enough. So they'd have these wars, and whoever would win, and then they'd go right back at it again, or they would take like a 15-20 minute break and then go back at it. But the thing that surprised me is that Devin, in terms of John versus Devin, is that John had enough endurance to have these matches with Mike, and then kind of go right back at him pretty quickly, and still have a very high level of strength, and still be able to adjust. So I've been telling people, I still think John can take round 1 or round 2, right? I think that even if round 1 doesn't go his way, and even if he gets kind of burnt, or Devin tries to bleed him out and stuff like that, I think John has shown me that he has enough endurance and enough top end strength that he could still win round 2. So I think he's a threat easily for the first 2 rounds, right? There's still a chance that John could win the whole thing. Like a lot of people are talking as if that's not even a possibility. It's still a possibility. I wouldn't gamble on it, but I still think John can win for sure. Round 1 or 2, I think is a real threat. And then we'll see how it looks after that. I mean, he might just be, there's a chance he's just way too much for Devin and nothing else can happen. And he just controls Devin's hand. That is a possibility. If anybody thinks it's not a possibility, like there's no way the greatest of all time can control Devin. You know what I mean? Like, come on, guys. Pab Nafol with the $5 super chat. Hello, Derek Mohammed. You looked way stronger than before at John Brzezink's house. Is there any chance you or Mike Aiello would be at John Brzezinck Cup next weekend? I will not be. Sadly, I will not be at the John State Cup next weekend. My teammate Mega Mike has a super match with Jordan Still. I can't make it. I have to because I can't keep I keep calling off work, and I only work on the weekends, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I can't keep calling off work and missing work, because that's every time I call off on a weekend, that's a week's worth of work I'm missing, and just to go view a tournament. So I can't go right now. It sucks. I feel really bad because I really want to watch Mike pull Jordan Sill. I'm gonna have to watch on the stream like everybody else. So, but it's gonna be an awesome event. It's gonna be awesome. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Mohammed. I appreciate that, man. So yeah, that's how that practice went, and that's kind of what I took away at the end of that practice in terms of John's prep for Devin. Now Mike is getting ready for his match with Gennady. Right, that's the first match he has with Gennady. Yeah, and so I know Mike's pronation in the straps, for some reason it's coming back, but he took, for some reason, like, I don't know if a nerve shut off or what happened recently, but he took a little hit and he wasn't able to use it recently, and so it's coming back slowly. What that's doing though is once he's in like his King's move, it's hard for him to rotate and try to flop someone's hand back. So he's more easily getting turned palm up, which is harder because it isolates his bicep more right now. So I know he's working on getting that built back up, and hopefully Mike does. All right, so there's the first part. Let's catch back up in the chat before you guys go way too far, because you guys are taking off on me here. Let's see how John feel. Okay, I saw that. You're breaking John's wrist back. Only win was when you were hooking, says Tim. Yeah, it was a practice. I felt really good, guys. John's complaining about the rules and how Devin controls the whole event and pulls the strings. Yeah, he does. Danny York in the house. What's up? Devin and John got really feisty on Egan's channel. A must watch. Ooh, damn it. Okay, I'm going to have to go watch it. Let us know the truth. Was John really dominating Todd as it looked? You guys saw pretty much all the polls between them. They put all of them up. I have some, but I'm pretty sure it's the exact same matches that Rebecca posted. Because my dad filmed some of theirs too. But it's just a different angle, but it looks the exact same. Derek looking thick AF at practice, 350, looking 380. Yeah, guys, remember I was telling you guys I thought I was like 370. I feel heavy. And then I was there. We were talking about weight at John's house. I was like, I don't know. I don't have a scale. And they pulled one out. And I was like, all right, I'm thinking 370. Because I was 365 when I pulled King of Cali. And then I was 351. On John's scale, I was 351. I was like, woo, lean. Abs are going to be coming out pretty soon. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm way lighter. Looking good at practice. You have a long drive. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Let's see. John Monster Michael Todd edited heavily to make John look good. I don't know. I mean, people. I wasn't trying. A lot of people got caught up in that and started drama with them. I wasn't not intending to start drama at all with Rebecca or Michael Todd and all those, like, some of my favorite people. It's just when I got home or when the video was released, I was like, okay. I was excited to watch all my right-handed matches because, like I said, I was really happy with how I did right-handed that day. And then, but all the clips that she had, we found out later that's all she had were the clips of me just getting pinned right-handed. Like, that's like nothing of me even doing anything with anybody. And I was like, yes, I had kind of a good practice right-handed. Okay. And then my dad had the clips, but I just commented on some of the posts like, she didn't get any of the clips of me doing okay. Like, I didn't pin Mike or anything, but like at least I had him on this side of the table a few times, And so I just made that comment, and but people kind of blew it out of proportion. It was like, you're editing out Derek's crap. What are you guys? I'm not accusing them of doing that at all. I talked to her later. She said her phone, she was having malfunctions. It was hot. And I know John's phone overheated, and she was saying her phone was overheating and she wasn't able to get all the clips and stuff. And so she was missing some stuff of me. Okay. It happens. And all's well that ends well. Luckily my dad had his little flip phone going. So I was able to get you guys some shaky footage of me and John Paul. And so let's see. Where are we at? Oh man, you guys are taking off on me. Okay, there we go. Devin said Michael told him he was going easy on John. Oh. Daniel York posting the link to Lion Straps. You guys check out Lion Straps. Best straps in the game. For sure. And they have these cool little stress balls now. I don't think they're selling them, but they got some cool stress balls made. Oh, wait, there it is. Sorry. I've been messing around with it. Devin said Spoto can beat Levon. Holy shit. Robert Gould says, what's up, guys? Thanks, Robert. Thanks for tuning in, bud. Good to see you. Coach looking crazy at Brzezinski's practice. Hell yeah. Desperation Pancake. Derek Smith. Do you think you'd do better versus John than what Chance was able to do in a super match? Chance and I are different wrestlers. I don't know. The man that's I think so. I'll leave it at that. I think so. And not in a shit-talking way. Chance is my boy. John feels amazing. I think I have some more options right-handed. So I think I can have some different ways to approach John than Chance, I feel. Did Monster Michael Todd ever hit John like he did you, though? I can't remember the ready goes between them. I just remember, like, after the match was a grinder, John making adjustments and stuff. I can't remember how hard he hit. But I believe because Mike was doing ready goes all day. Every time I was pulling with him, Mike was like, ready go? I can hit, right? I can hit as hard as I want. I'm like, yeah, hit. So I think he was doing ready goes all practice, but don't quote me on that. I don't remember the exact beginnings of the matches. I just remember, like, after it started, them being wars. Derek, look crazy strong against John and Mike. Won't be long until they need bands to pull you. Hopefully, man. That's what we're going for. Derek, you need to hit the sauce and smash Levon. I'm coming. I'm getting these, like, weird arguments online with people too in these comment sections. They're like, Derek won't beat Levon in 5 years. 5 years isn't enough time to beat Levon. All right, relax. I'm not predicting I'm gonna beat him anytime soon, but 5 years, bro, I'm definitely doing that within 5 years. Like, relax. It's going down. Like I told you. Or like hell or high water, it's going down before 5 years. Either I'm gonna die or have some kind of crazy injury or something, or I'm beating Levon. Or if he's assuming he's still there and top guy in 5 years, by 5 years. Like, it's for sure happening by then. So, like, or something bad happened to me. So one of the two, I'm going for it. Tex Brown says, I made it look like he had more muscle definition than he had in the video with John and Monster Michael Todd. I don't know who you're talking about, Robert Gould. Interesting how Devin said Monster Michael Todd told Devin he could destroy John and he was only making it look good and believable for the video. Oh, come on. Devin's trying to psych out John. I didn't hear Michael say that to me at all. And we talked in private too. When I was leaving, me and Mike went outside and talked, and it was nothing but good things. Like, dude, John's hand feels great. We both agreed we think he can take a round off Devin for sure, and maybe more. We'll see. So I think Devin's just starting shit, guys. Let's see. Derek, you big legend. Ready? Bang. There's Jake, Aussie arm wrestler. What's going on, bud? But it's obviously jokes up, guys. Yo, Jake. Let's see. Lloyd Christmas, what's going on? There he is. There's Xavier. What's going on, bud? Thanks for tuning in. Aussie Ready Bang. I hope it's believable. Sorry, guys. I was trying to go quick through the chat and catch up because you guys are down there a bit. Okay. What's up, Derek? What's up, Beer Man, Burgoyne, and his bad company? Justin, J-Web Fitness in the house. Brennan Joseph says Ingen thinks he can beat Devin because he's able to take his hand on a practice table way back in the day. Did you dirty? How'd the smoke off go, Evan? J-Web Fitness, you better be working out because you're going to get cracked. Big D, how's everything going? Luke Pulsher in the house. Luke, I hope you're still here watching this. Luke, you're going to be reffing my teammate Mega Mike, his super match with Jordan Sill. I was told that you're reffing. I told Mike, that's fantastic. Luke is an amazing individual and a fantastic ref. Please don't let them do my boy dirty. All I want is for Mike to have a fair match with Jordan Sill. None of this, like, strap super loose thing or, like, changing the rules last second or any of that. Please just give my boy Mike a fair shake. I know you will. But I'm just hope Bob doesn't try to influence you. It's at his bar. Please, I want Mike to be able to really showcase how strong he is. He just wants a fair match. Please make that happen, Luke. Thank you so much. I'm trusting in you, my good friend Luke Pulsher. $10 super chat from Xavier Lloyd Christmas says, you look bigger and stronger for sure in that practice. Keep up the yoga. Yeah, I can almost get my leg behind my head. It's getting serious, the ability to stretch. Thank you for the $10 super chat, Xavier. I appreciate it, man. Let's see. Jay, we're going to smash your legends. You're all legends in the chat, says Aussie Arm Wrestler. You guys, Daniel, can you please post Jake's YouTube channel, Aussie Arm Wrestler. You guys, if you don't know who Jake is or Aussie Arm Wrestler, he's this funny ass Australian dude, puller, who has his own YouTube thing going. He's putting a lot of time and energy into it, guys. He's putting out videos constantly, doing interviews with some top guys. I was on his channel once, but he also, I think he recently had like Brandon Allen, but he's had other big names, big names. So super fast. His catchphrase is "Ready Bang," and Jake's a great dude. Just in general, good guy, and I love supporting good human beings doing good stuff. So if you guys get a chance, please check out Aussie Arm Wrestler's channel. Maybe give him a subscribe. Mama says 96 watching, 44 likes. Hit the boys. Hit the like, boys is free. That's true. 152 likes and 6 people. Man, y'all X out the chat for a second. Hit the thumbs up. Let's get a thumbs up drive. Let's get a thumbs up like boost. We can at least get to like 70 or 80 likes. I mean, what the hell? Also, if you're in here and you're watching me right now and you're not subscribed to my channel, that's weird. You're a weirdo. Stop being weird. Come hang out with us on a more permanent basis. Hit that subscribe button, you guys. And if you guys want to join up, you want to have that cool icon next to your name like those guys have, and you want exclusive content on what Derek is doing, then become a member and hang out with us more in depth. Let's see. Ronan Unleashed says, I'm so drunk since 7 a.m. Good to hear, Ronan. Happy that you're killing the game, bud. We're just getting it sorted. It's going to be a good time. Tabletop Armor said, Derek, I love you. Man, I love you too, man. Love you too. So Ryan Bowen is number 3 in Australia right now. Can he beat number 4, or will he move down a spot? Who's number 4? Runner boy, please let me know who number 4 is. The fair strap says, Derek, best straps in the game are fair straps. What are you talking about? Oh, I don't know, man. I'm a hardcore lion strap advocate. It's my teammate, and we developed those straps over time. Legitimately, my teammate. The reason, I don't just advocate for lion straps because it's my teammate's strap. I advocate for lion straps because me and my team had a hand in forcing these straps to be good. One day, my teammate was like, I think I can make some straps. I know how to sew. And we're like, well, go try. And so he came up back to practice, and he came up with these straps, and we're like, man, these are complete shit. Like, what is this? This is the worst strap ever. And so over the course of, he's been on my team for like 7 years. So over the course of 7 years, next weekend you show up there, all right, I changed this. What do you guys think? Oh, this still sucks. I mean, this is a little better than the last one, but this is horrible. And so then he'd go get a new one. Then he'd order a new type of fabric. And then he got, tubular nylon. And then he got different buckle. And then over years of us just talking shit to him, eventually he created the best straps ever of just trial and error. Until now, like, there are no better straps. I'm saying some people have copied him and do the same strap, but there's nothing above that I've felt at all, right? So I'm a big, huge advocate of lion straps. You guys check it out. Let's see. And that it's like, I had a hand in it too. So like, if you guys, I've never known anybody to try lion straps and not be like, and not like it. Like, this is a shitty strap. Everybody likes them. Everybody. You've seen them on everybody's hands. They've been Larry Wheels. Everybody has them. They've been shipped all over the world to all the most known arm wrestlers. All of them have lion straps. Okay, so let's see. Burgoyne, Beerman Burgoyne is bad company. Chance beats Corey. Corey beats Derek. Derek beats Chance. Yeah, maybe, but maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see. He didn't hit with John. Ronan, you're alive. And the beat goes on, says, you were looking legit last weekend. Glad you put up your footage. Definitely showed more of your power. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Another $5 super chat from Xavier says, confirm lion straps are the cat's PJs. I'm just saying, he just spent $5 to tell you how good lion straps are. That's all I'm saying. People are spending money because they're like, these people need to know how good lion straps are. This is crazy. The people need to know. So thank you, Xavier, for the $5 super chat. Let people know how good lion straps are. Sorry, I got a little, let's see. Down to 3:30 and better cardio. Ooh, no. I was making a good time. Oh, jeez. You guys are so great at the chat. Okay, I gotta go fast. I'm gonna go ultra fast mode because I don't want to just skip everybody. I hate doing that. Hey, homie, what's going on? Don't make BS goals. Hell yeah, beat Levon in 2. That's what I'm saying. Spencer, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Devin takes it 5-1, maybe. Ronan Unleashed, I'm back. I've court in a couple months. If I win, I go free. If I lose, I get a couple years in prison. No biggie. Oh, damn, Ronan, I don't know what's going on with you. That sucks. Let's see. Richard Biggins, do you think John will have a chance with Devin? Yes, I think he has a chance for sure. The B goes on. Hopefully, you would avoid all that time in the clinic. Luke Polsher, I am the head ref. They are WF rules, and it will be a fair match. Thank you, Luke. That's all I ask. That's all I want, man. Please, because Mike needs to get on the map. He's strong enough to be. He should be on the map. Leg behind your head, says Benjamin. Yeah, bro. Don't question it. Spencer says, I thought you were going easy on Monster Megaton and John. Do you think Mike is going to have problems with Gennady? Seems his pronation is messed up. I would think Mike's win condition is to bust Gennady's wrist. I think might be okay by the time the match happens. What's up, brother? How did John's hand feel? Says ranks on. It felt great. John's pronation and in his palm feel amazing. Amazing. So in the straps, John is good luck. Richard, how did it feel pulling the legend? I've pulled John before, but it's awesome. Pulling with him and seeing his answers for problems is really interesting. I was thinking about that when I got home. I would love to be able to train with John on a more consistent basis, especially if we had someone like Mike. Because Mike, arm wrestling Magotad is such a puzzle, right? And it's different phases. You have to have enough like hand and wrist to even get past phase one. And then once you get past phase one somehow, and you get to phase two, that's like the ultra elite level part, right? Like only a few guys in the world can deal with a fresh phase two, right? Where he's in the King's move and stuff. And so John's answer is about sliding your elbow here, resting on these muscles. And like, just John is such a good arm wrestler, has such good arm wrestling intuition. I would love to practice with John on a consistent basis, especially if we had people like that in front of us, like Michael or other super high level guys, and that I could like see John's. I understand arm wrestling. I understand the muscles used in arm wrestling. I understand general moves. I'm not the fastest at putting it together. That's something I'm working on, like John or like Ian Terzi. People that feel it out and it can immediately make the perfect adjustment, and they immediately know the best answer immediately, like without even thinking about it. They just feel it out fluidly. It's really awesome to behold John doing that. And he was whispering in my ear a few times, like, "Hey, you want to slide your elbow forward?" And he was like, "Tell me some stuff," and I'm like, "Okay." And I'm trying to stick with it, And so I really wish I could just more consistently work with John. It'd be fair. I think I would learn a ton. And it's kind of hard to define the stuff he says and like how or why it works, but he just understands the pressures so well. Yeah, man, I really wish I could have some more time with him. He's not the best at explaining. He can't define like, if this muscle is enacted, you target this muscle. It's just like cup, slide your elbow forward, regrip high, and then he'll drain. And you're like, I don't understand why it works, but it will work. You know what I mean? So it's a trip. It's a trip. But I really like pulling with John and being around him. I wish I could spend more time over there. I got $250 on Gennady against Hermes, says Ronan. I picked Gennady in that match as well, but Gennady's one of my favorite guys. People get pissed off at me. They say I never pick Hermes. Aussie Arm Wrestler, #1 live streamer in Australia, says Benjamin Mack. Hell yeah. Jake's my boy. Francis says, don't tell me what to do. Okay, man, you live your own life. Run your own race, Francis. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I am subscribed, but still a weirdo. Derek is great. Watching you progress, man. Big future ahead for you. Best of luck. Thanks, Shattuck. I appreciate that, man. Is your security friend going to take arm wrestling more serious? For guy's name, Devin Dodd. It's Devin Dodd. And his Instagram is Zilla. What is it? Zilla.43 or 23 or something like that. It's Zilla. And then 2 numbers. You guys, stay on him. A few people messaged him. I was like, dude, anybody hit you up? I told everybody in the chat to hit you up, and a few people did. So I'm actually hanging out with him tonight. He didn't come to practice this weekend, but I work with him, and he did call off work this weekend because he was sick, and he said he was still too sick to go to practice. He's better now, so this following weekend he should be there, you guys. But yeah, I mean, lean on him with me. Lean on him. He has so much potential. And it actually helped because after everybody started messaging him and the chat happened, Devin was like, all right, I'll be at practice. All right. I kind of want to learn more about this stuff. So I'm telling you guys, I know potential and Devin has a ton. So Devin Dodd, D-O-D-D, D-E-V-I-N, D-O-D-D, Devin Dodd. And his Instagram is Zilla, I think it's 43, Zilla.43. But yeah, you guys lean on, just shoot him random spam messages like, hey, get your ass to practice. What are you doing? Let's see. Who's everybody got for Hermes versus Kerdeka? Okay, let's do a little poll. Who wins? And then Adamus. That's how he liked it to be said, by the way. If you say Hermes in front of him, he'll be like, Adamus. Excuse me, Adamus. That's what he does in person. Hermes is awesome. But yeah, He likes his name to be pronounced correctly, which I understand that. Okay, here we go. Adamus and Kerdeka, and I still can't pronounce his last name proper. Alex, I'm sorry. I always butcher it. I suck. Let's see. Toddzilla versus Lachlan. I mean, Lachlan looked great, but all we know is that Lachlan's stronger than Ryan Bowen. But we don't know where either one of them are at in terms of international competition. So from the way it looks, Lachlan looks like a very complete arm wrestler in terms of strong in the hand, a really solid, very well-rounded pressure. But what level is it at? Is it at Toddzilla level? I don't know. So I think by default, you kind of have to lean towards Todd because of resume and it's tried and tested on a world level. But with the pressures that Lachlan was applying, if all those pressures were were legit and on the level, then I think that he can definitely beat Toddzilla. But I just don't know. We don't know about how strong it is. So he looked great against Ryan Bowen, though, that's for sure. Richard Biggin says, you closed a 3.5 tonight. I just got over being sick. I don't think I'm going to try it tonight, guys. It won't be too impressive. I don't know if you can hear in my nose. After I left John's practice, I started getting this crazy scratch in my throat, and I haven't done anything since practice. So I've been chilling, getting over the sickness. I haven't even had my daughter over. I've been sick. So I'm just getting over it. Yeah. So I don't think I'm going to try to close a 3.5 tonight. Not tonight. Let's see. Mr. Obame says, hey, big fan, just want to tell you if I search for Derek Smith arm wrestling, your channel doesn't really show up. Renaming your channel to your full name would probably change that or something. I don't know. I mean, I think if I just keep putting videos out and it gets big enough, then it will happen, because it used to be Derek Smith, but I don't know. I like the AW Derek thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's like a brand, right? Like a name, like my thing. So I think I'm gonna stick with AW Derek for now. I appreciate it. Trying to help me out and get the name so it pops up. Hopefully, if I put out enough content and just keep doing what I'm doing, it will pop up. Kerdeka seems legit after what he did to Ryan. I think Alex is moving up. I agree. Alex looks like an absolute monster. He was going easy. He did not try to hit or press. Says, they're talking about Michael Todd versus John. Ooh. I hate tight straps. Give me nerve damage. Well, lion straps are tubular nylon. So think of it like a straw, right? But obviously it's fabric. But it's a tube like that. And then when you cinch down the lion straps, because it's a tube, so it's 2 layers of fabric. When you cinch it down, because it's not 1 layer of fabric, when you cinch it down, it widens out. The edges don't cut. It spreads out and gets wider, right? The tube gets wider instead of 1 layer of fabric would cut the corner. So that's another perfect reason why you should try lion straps. If they cut really hard, and then you need something that's softer like that spreads out like lion straps. David says Mike has to hit in a position. Yeah. The Carbine says, what up, Derek? What weight side pressure can you do? I don't do compound lifts. So I don't do lifts like this in the gym, like with a pulley system, and I do this. I don't do that. So the components of side pressure are your pectoralis major, your subscapularis, which is in like your rotator cuff. Those are some of the biggest components of side pressure. And so I train those muscles independently. And then on a table, I put them together and get them to work together. So I don't do like arm wrestling replicated lifts. I don't do lifts that are like, this looks like arm wrestling. Like I don't do that stuff. Instead, I find all the muscles in that movement and I train them all individually. And then at practice, I put them together. So that way I can document and track each lift. My brachialis or my brachial radialis is getting this much stronger. It can do 100 pounds of this and that, and then all those numbers come together and create side pressure, right? That's how I approach it because I think it's easily trackable. I think that if you start doing those arm wrestling replicated lifts, that it's sloppy, and that if you start depending on that, then what if that guy hits in a different angle? What if the guy's pressure, you're used to doing side pressure at 100 pounds this way, but the guy's first movement opens you up half an inch, and then you try to do side pressure, and you're like, oh, that's not the same as my pulley. I did 100 pounds, but with my arm extended, I can only do 35 pounds. You know what I mean? So I feel like you can be more complete if you train each individual component and then test them rather than hoping to God that they all work together in that exact angle that you practice. You know what I'm saying? That's the quick version of why I don't do that. Let's see. Sub Derek, do you see Mika in Vegas? He did amazing. Second to Sheldon. Yeah. Mika, and I can't pronounce his last name off the top of my head. He's awesome. There's a guy named I'm sure Ed Bedrosian here will share Mika's last name. He's an amazing arm wrestler, and he's a professional tennis player. So he went from being a professional tennis player to being a hardcore arm wrestler, but he has that explosiveness from tennis. This dude hits hard and fast, and he's so explosive outside. And he's a bigger guy. He's probably like, I don't know, 6'1", 6'2", about 200 pounds. So I'm really excited to see what Mika does in the future. Smart dude, really nice guy. I'm really excited to see what he can do in the future down here in Southern California, arm wrestling. Lion straps versus pound for pound straps. Who wins? Pound for pound. Lion straps are better. Lion straps better. I want your stress ball there. Mike said not hitting John. Okay. I started Monday. Should I top roll or hook? Daniel Yerk, you just started Monday. Although Daniel basically did just start Monday. You should hook, Daniel. In my opinion, I always start new guys on a hook. As long as you learn how to be safe, don't break your arm. I think it's more productive to start in a hook. Ron Bath looking real good again. He needs a super match. Okay, Ron Bath. That brings me to Ron Bath pulled Pavlo this weekend as well. So let's get on to the Pavlo thing. And Jerome Loud. Jerome Loud, people have brought up to me a bunch of times, Derek, have you pulled Jerome Loud? I have never pulled Jerome Loud. He looks ridiculously strong. He has wins recently. Wait, was that a... Oh, shit. I didn't see your super chat. How did I miss that? $5 super chat from Tony Tomlinson. My boy says you look good with Brazilian and Todd, killing it. My boy, Tony Tomlinson, I was going to get to your match next. Just pulled Cody Merritt left-handed in Vegas. Tony is one of my closest buddies in the arm wrestling. He runs the Anaheim team, which is like 45 minutes away. We collab a lot. Tony Tomlinson is one of the top super heavyweights. He's left-handed king in California, and he's one of the top super heavyweights out there for sure. And I'm lucky to know him and be able to practice with him. He just had a match with Cody Merritt, left-handed. Cody was number 1 in North America, and Tony went for the jump, but it ended up going down in Cody's favor. I think it was 3-0. But dude, respect, Tony went for it. I know Tony wasn't seeking out Cody. They wanted a match for Cody, from what I understand, and Tony in the area was like the top lefty guy. So they reached out to Tony like, hey, you want to pull Cody? And you're not going to say no. You get a match that, the number 1 guy, you say yes and you go for it. And Tony had the last winning record on Cody, I believe, the last time they pulled, I believe. So, dude, Tony, much respect for taking the match, brother. Did you pull the tournament afterwards? Did you pull any in the tournament after? I wonder how that went. Either way, we're gonna link up soon, like we always do, and we'll get some practice in. Let's see, where are we at? Ron Bath looking good. So Jerome Loud and Pavlo pull, and Jerome's looking great. He hits hard and he has a lot of hand. Pavlo is like iron, especially in all his big muscles. His bicep does not open up easily. Inside, that dude looks like a freak in terms of how strong he is. I know I after pulled with him at the Arnold's a couple years ago, and I remember him being crazy strong, Pavlo. Me being like, who is this dude? Like, he was wildly strong. So excited to see Pavlo move forward. He ended up winning 3-1 right-handed and 3-0 left-handed, I believe. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. So Pavlo ended up taking it, but Pavlo's the real deal, man. And so is Jerome. Jerome just beat Daniel. What the hell is his last name? Brain fart. The number 1 dude that hits really hard. Oh my God, I'm having a brain fart. It makes hot sauce. Daniel Mosier. Jerome Loud beat Dan Mosier last time they pulled too. So I know Jerome's super legit. So I'm excited to see where they go. And then later in that tournament, Pavlo and Ron Bath pulled, and it was a really good match. It was a grinder. Ron won, I believe. But either way, dude, Pavlo and Jerome are scary. They're looking real strong. How about a sneeze? Oh, shit. All right. Focus. There you go. Fat Chicks Love You. It says, hey, Derek, when do you come out to the Utah Club to get some training with Bob, Cody, Jordan, Craig, etc.? There is a chance I could move there. within the next year or two. There's a chance. Sorry, guys. Let's see. I would love to train with Utah guys. That'd be one of my favorite. That's like a dream come true for sure. I'm glad I made it. Was you going all out on John and Michael? I was giving it everything I had in that moment, of course. Would I mean, if I was taking it more serious, I would have taken more time off and prepped. So let's see. Let's see. How strong is John? John is super strong. Like I said earlier, in pronation and cupping in the palm, he was super strong. Also, he felt very connected in his jump. Seems like he's always in position to use any type of pressure he needs. Legit arm wrestling savant. That's the secret. I agree. Tell my girlfriend Kayla she is pretty. From Archdog. Kayla, you're pretty. After feeling Brandon, do you honestly think he can beat Larry's cup and drag? Larry's gonna have to deal with Brandon's King's move, and I don't know how that's gonna go. Levon Gasparini says, yeah, and the beat, even when he's out of position, able to technically pull it back to his side. And the beat goes on, says, Kayla, you're a smoke show. John is gonna scat on Devin, says emo. Oh, damn. My weekend and today too. Long live weekends. Let's see. Hermes wins, then Kardeka eats him. I think Hermes gonna be a little much in that match for sure. I'm picking Hermes in that match. My brain hurts because let's see. I get so angry he eats Hermes. Tadzilla favored to win, but I think Lockie wins. Either way, it won't be too surprised from the Drew 24. Hermes is the second coming of John. Even Ingen hinted at it. Ingen's a big fan of Hermes. He thinks he does think he will be the next Berzink, or he had the potential to be. Mr. Obame says, I like AEW Derek Tool. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Longton does better versus Tazo than Corey. I can see that. I can see Lachlan being a little more okay with his arm being isolated. But that doesn't mean necessarily that Lachlan will beat Corey. But I'm saying that he might do a little better against Tadzilla, depending on his power levels. It's all like, we don't know how strong that arm is. I mean, obviously it looks really strong, but I'm excited to see him test it. Let's see, Hermes' hand and wrist hold up until Kardeka rips his arms off. The pervert says, I'd like to see your feet. Do you have painted toenails? No, I don't. They're not. I got knuckle toes. You know, the ones that are like this? You know? I got knuckle toes. Like, I could palm a basketball with my toe and, like, throw it at you. Like, that's the kind of toes I have. Like, I could probably, like, walk up the side of a mountain with my toes. That's the kind of toes I got. Keyless123 says, I'm going to get lion straps. Daniel Urich says, Tom versus Evan. You guys, we're starting this thing. I don't know if you guys tuned into Uncle John's show last night. Evan Burgoyne, for those of you guys that don't know who Evan Burgoyne is, he is the coach and one of the founding members of the Ottawa Valley High Hookers, which is a branch off of Devin's original team, the High Hookers. And Evan is a left-handed dominant generally, and he's a very good left-handed puller. I don't know what he's currently ranked in North America, but it's like top 15 left-handed. I don't know exactly where it's at. But Evan is a monster left-handed arm wrestler, monster arm wrestler in general, but left-handed specialist. And he is known for, his mouth. Evan's known for being loud, upfront, in your face, controversial. That's Evan, right? Evan, in a bottle, Evan is that guy. They're like, oh my God, here he comes. You hear him before you can see him. So love Evan. Everybody loves Evan. Now, another guy that's a left-handed specialist around the same weight, definitely is opinionated, has a lot to say, is Tom Nelson, right? The guy I faced. Now, Evan is lighter, and him and Tom might be able to actually meet at a weight close to each other. And that's a match I want to start a GoFundMe to see. I would love, and I would pay for a pay-per-view to see Evan Burgoyne and Tom Nelson, the mouths, the original trolls somewhat of arm wrestling, go at it and clash and have a super match. And I'm honestly, Evan's being a little weird, like, oh, this has to happen. I need to have a meeting with Tom first. But I said, dude, just tell me, give me the full green light, and I'm going to start a GoFundMe. And me and y'all, we're going to raise the money, and we're going to fly Evan out to California to have a match with Tom Nelson. Like, what? Okay, we raised like $2,000 for this channel, and how fast we can raise money. That's nothing. We raise $2,000. We get his whole trip sponsored or whatever and paid for, and we get to see what could possibly be the most entertaining super match of all time. I also want to try to get Nick Postal, shoot Nick Postal some money. He runs his own arm wrestling channel. I can't think of it off the top of my head. ArmTube. It's a great arm wrestling channel. Nick does great videos. We pay Nick Postal to film the whole thing from like vlog style, from the moment he picks up Evan from the airport till it's over, and all the little fighting and shit talking in between, and then they have that match. I don't care if it's a match in someone's backyard. I don't care if it's just in the middle of the forest. This match has to happen. We need to see it. We need to see them care about it, talk shit. It'll be the funniest thing we can watch. So hopefully you guys are behind me. Tom Nelson, Everett Burgoyne, left-handed match. We got to make this happen. I know they both said they're down. We have to make this happen for sure. By the way, in that poll that I launched, who wins, Adamus or Kerdeka? Adamus takes the lead. Said that he would win. So, Alex, you got your work cut out for you, brother. Let's see. Where are we at? So, yeah, look for that GoFundMe. Look for me to start promoting that maybe on the next live stream. Once we get all the details worked out, I'm gonna launch that GoFundMe. We're gonna make this happen. Me and the community. This is a match the community needs to see. If any of you guys know these two pollers I'm talking about, you will agree. Let's see. Kyle DePew in the house. I think Evan beats Tom at the table, and then they both pummel each other in the 3 a.m. deathmatch. Exactly. Like, that's a win-win for all people watching. I have 4 lion straps. They're all awesome. Thank you. JP Wapachi says, sup, Derek? What's going on, man? Thanks for coming by. Joe Valentine. Hey, big fella. What's your approach to shoulder training? Do you do overhead presses, for instance? Yeah, I do a lot of standard bodybuilder-style shoulder training. I do overhead pressing. I do front raises, lateral raises. I incorporate my rotator cuff work on shoulder days. I'll do dumbbell pressing. Let's see. Yeah, I do a lot. All my shoulder stuff. I do all your standard shoulder stuff, from machines to dumbbells. I'll fluctuate for sure. Try to keep the shoulders healthy. It's very big deal to keep the shoulders healthy. Edmund Rosian says, Mika Sakvarelidze. It's okay. I still can't pronounce it. So Mika Sakvarelidze is his last name. But you guys check him out. Keep an eye out for Mika. You'll see him coming from California. Hits hard. That dude hits fast and hard. So he got second to Jamie Sheldon in Las Vegas at the tournament this weekend, which is the next thing we're going to talk about, right? This Las Vegas tournament that happened this weekend. The Carbine says, thanks, Derek. I just do side pressure because I don't want to break my arm. Any advice for getting my arm stronger so it won't break? Just arm wrestle more. It's consistent pressures over time will start getting increased bone density and calcifying that bone. Pressures over time. You'll probably get hairline fractures that you'll never know about that'll heal up and just keep healing stronger. So just be smart. Don't injure yourself, and just consistently have a little bit of pressure on that humerus. Let's see. Desiree Pinocchio, how do you get them? Just write a guy on PM on Facebook. The Fair Strap asks, just lion straps on Facebook. You message a guy on there, and they'll ship it to you. I think they have a shop on there now. Let's see. All my homies like Tony said, I didn't. Tony Thompson. I think I don't know what you're referring to, Tony, but I think you're meaning when I said that you didn't seek out Cody, they brought that match to you. Maimon Baraka says, do you know the most epic women arm wrestling match? Chris De Souza versus Michelle Smart. Oh, let's see. Let's see that match. Let's see. Okay. Pablo versus Mega Mike. That match was in talks. Supposedly, and it hasn't been announced by Travis, so it's making me a little bit nervous. But supposedly, Travis is coming out to Southern California the week after Lachlan pulls Todzilla, and Lachlan he wants Lachlan to pull Mega Mike. Right now, you might be asking, why doesn't he pull Derek? I know a lot of people want to see me pull Lachlan. I have my match with Tim Bresnan like a week after that. I'm not pulling Lachlan. I'm getting ready for my match with Tim Bresnan. But my teammate Mega Mike, who is arguably the top guy in California, he beat me at a tournament. I have the title, but I could definitely argue that he's the top guy in California. He's on my team, and a lot of people want to see him pull Lachlan. So as far as I know, behind the scenes, Travis said that match is happening. Lachlan versus Mega Mike, but it's only 1 week after he pulls Todzilla. So I don't know how that's going to work out, but some people were trying to set up a match. I think Kyle DePew was trying to set up a match between Pablo and Mega Mike, trying to get the ball rolling on that. But instead, Mike, as far as I know, backed out and said, hold on, I want to pull Lachlan if I get that chance. So we might eventually see Pablo, Mega Mike. I'm really interested to see that. Pablo obviously has a lot more experience. Mike he's a tow truck, man. That dude is so strong. So I'd love to see Mike versus anybody right now, for sure. Nobody says, you ever watch professional rock climbers? I bet they could transition to arm wrestling well. They have insane finger, hand, and forearm strength and deal with constant pump. Yeah, it's a little different. I've arm wrestled with rock climbers. They do have strong hands, but they'll be missing certain components like pronation, or flexion in the wrist. There's they'll have strong fingers, but there's like small parts that might be missing in their game. Is John stronger than Michael in certain directions and ways? Yes. In other ways, no. Pablo's only weakness is his hit. His son, on the other hand, is a super hit. Yeah. Okay, there we are. Ron Beth won quickly. Okay, sorry, the beat goes on. Wait, I must have seen him. Did I watch an old match? I thought the match I saw was pretty recent. It looked like a bit of a grinder between Ron Beth and Pablo. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I watched the old a few times. So I thought it was a bit of a grinder. Bobby Ray Paris says, bless you. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Bless you from Spencer. We pricey, but not too bad because they pack small and light. Let's see. They wreck the whole camera with that hurricane. Bless your soul. Oh, my sneeze? Yeah, it's a big man sneeze. You only do no little ass sneeze. Bless you and your mic. That sneeze looked like it started a tornado in Kansas. Look, beast in the video, dude. I even saw a bicep vein from Roger Cunningham. Thanks, bro. The bicep vein made it a debut. Wait, you can kind of see it right here, but the lighting's better right here. Come on, bicep vein. I'm the most like non-vascular person ever. But these ones, every once in a while, I'm starting to see veins in the forearm. Wait, oh, now you can't. Maybe if I do this, you start to see it. I'm just not vascular at all. I'm too fat. Do you think John will beat Devin? I think John can beat Devin in a round or two. Anybody here in slap fight punch down? Weird. Devin Dodd in the house. There he is, you guys. Devin Dodd in the house. Zilla. There he is. The guy I was talking about earlier, you guys, who you guys should all be messaging on Instagram and just bothering the shit out. Just trolling until he goes to more practices and competes. So there he is. When's the last time John lost a super match? When is the last time John lost a super match? It wasn't against Devin. I think he lost after that, right? Someone help me out. When's the last time John lost a super match? He beat Devin, then he retired, and he's won every super match after that every real super match. I don't know. Was it last time he lost to Devin? Like in, what was that, 2015 or some shit? I don't know. Someone help me out with that. Looking big, man. Thanks. I appreciate that. Derek, you ready to claim the West Coast? Derek versus Spoto, then John. Oh. Wait. I still have to beat Eric Spoto? Okay. Yeah, I guess. If he beats everybody else, but he beats everybody else in practice. All right. I love Eric. Eric's amazing. I just feel like in order for him to lay claim to something, you have to beat people at competitions. And he hasn't competed. But he's the strongest in practice in Vegas for sure. Honestly, I mean, per competition, the strongest in Vegas is Brandon Allen, right? He's competed and won tournament, right? I don't know. But Eric on the practice table is the strongest, but and I think he is super strong, but until he's like, I don't know. I feel like it's weird that I have to prove myself at being Eric Spoto if he hasn't been competing. I don't know. Am I weird? Does that make me weird thinking that? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think in order for me, there's other people on the West Coast I still need to beat for sure. But I'm talking on the topic of Eric Spoto. Do you think that I have to beat Eric Spoto to lay claim to try to be one of the best on the West Coast? I mean, there's John Brzezinski in Arizona. There's other guys I still have to beat for sure. But on the topic of Eric Spoto, I feel like he should have to compete a little bit before he gets the clout of someone I have to beat to be one of the top guys in West Coast. And I'm not saying I can beat Eric. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying, but just in terms of what I have to do. I don't know. Let's see. Called mountain climber toes. I have the same. It's big feet thing, says Tony Tomlinson. Okay, mountain climber toes. All right, cool. Spencer says, I'd rather see Derek with Aiello over Spoto, LOL. I still know the outcome of that match without seeing it. Spencer, you better be cheering for me, man. You better be cheering for me. Derek Knuckle Toe Smith. Derek should pull Michael after Tim. Yeah, we're gonna do the Tim thing. We'll see how that goes, and then we'll make some decisions after that for sure. I'm not going to look past Tim in any way, shape, or form. Because if I beat Tim, or even if I have like a really good war with Tim, doors open up. If I beat Tim convincingly, doors open up, and I have to look at a certain way. If I get destroyed by Tim somehow, then back to the drawing board a little bit, right? So yeah, I mean, I gotta see how this Tim match goes. It's really gonna show me where I'm at and what kind of pressure I can apply. If you had to choose, would you rather have a fight with 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck? 100 duck-sized horses, man. I'd be kicking those little things in the head. Hey, let's set that matchup with Kyle and myself. I'm going to mess him up. Oh, says Louis Horvath. Let's see. People say they would fight one horse-sized duck. Hell no. A horse-sized duck? Dude, ducks peck, bro. No, I'm good, man. And aren't they got little claws on the bottom of their little webbing feet, right? Man, a horse-sized one? Hell no. Let's see. Evan needs to pull Vrej. He gets humbled really fast. Evan versus Tom, and then Gabi versus Dabo. That's not Gabi versus Dabo. That's two separate beasts. They're not even on the same level with each other. Like in terms of like the way they troll and the shit talk and all that stuff. And Gabi doesn't leave his hometown. He won't leave his house. I mean, he probably uses that like DoorDash delivery service to get his groceries. That's what I think Gabi does. Let's see. That'd be one scary duck. See, that's what I'm saying. Keyless123 says, I see the BK. Oh, you guys see the crown right there? I keep it close. It's never too far away. Where we at? 107 likes, 140 people roughly. Can we get a little like spike? Can we get a little like spike up in this? Let's pop this thing up to 120. Let's pop this thing up to 120, people. With me. All right? Let's get this thing up to 120 likes right now. Spam that thing. Let's get it to 120 right now. Speaking of 120, you guys, how does no one wear helmets in Arizona? You guys, if you watch my little video, I did a little speech about it. You don't have to wear a motorcycle helmet in Arizona. Dudes are flying by us like 100 miles an hour, no helmet and sunglasses, just killing it. Like that, damn, man. You crash, that's the end of it. That's game over. You won crash, bro. Damn. Let's see. Schoolboy breakfasts everybody away. What the hell? Let's see. Where are we at? Can you outdrink Berzik? I don't know. He drinks beer pretty consistently. I don't drink very often at all, so probably not. Andy Beckett says, hey, Derek and chat. Hope all is well. Hey, Ekaterina or Irina? Ooh. Irina Gladica. Clear93 says, Derek, too much for Lockie, I think. I'd love to find out. Lachlan can finally face people on his level or stronger. I know. I'm excited to see him travel and get out there, man. Derek will destroy all, says Spencer. Thanks, bud. Blake, Tennessee Tide Perry says, weekly check-in, big dog. Looking strong as John and Michael, especially that left. You know that left's coming along, Blake. I don't even want it to. I don't care about it too much, but it just keeps coming on along. So in the gym, guys, in most of my lifts now at this point, my left hand is stronger than my right. It used to just be in very specific lifts, like my rising ability and things like that. But it's like it's passing up my right in a lot of ways. My right still has stronger cupping, for sure, than my left, and has a stronger isolated bicep, but not by much anymore. But everything else, every other lift, my left is stronger. Like hammer curling, reverse curling, rising, pronation. My left is, and I'm like not even focusing on it. And I think that's why, because it stays healthy, because I never really focus on it. But thanks for tuning in. Blake, Tennessee Titan Perry. If you guys could please link Blake's YouTube channel in the chat, I would appreciate it. Blake's the man. That is the Tennessee Titan himself. Big old dude, big strong dude. Head Tony Thompson's practice. Catch you later, Derek. Legs behind the head. Thompson ever pulled Vrej? Yes. Tony has some wins on Vrej. I don't remember which arm or what the scenario was, but I know I've seen Tony pin Vrej. Pushcart 2016, I think. Oh, that's the last time that John lost? Okay, in a super match? He had a super match with Pushcart, or he lost to him in a tournament? I thought, is that the A1 tournament? Kane Fontecchio says, I hope you keep coming back to practice, Devin Dodd. See? Derek Rich, Mike Aiello. It'll happen. Mike, for those of you guys who have been following me, know that I've always been obsessed with having a match with Mike Aiello. It's going to happen. It's not off my radar. Just because even if I beat Tim Breslin, even though I'll be ranked above Mike, I want my match with Mike Aiello. Don't get it twisted. If somehow I beat Tim and I do get ranked 4th, I'm not going to not arm wrestle guys that are ranked below me, because there's guys that I really want to have matches with. I want to match with Todzilla. I want to match with Mike Aiello. We still got to have my match with Chance and Corey at some point. Yeah. So, but I mean, I will be looking to try to climb if I do get that spot. A lot of people argue that spot is not legit, that Tim should not be ranked at 4th. They think he should be ranked around 6th. Okay. Whatever. But if I get that, I want to start prepping for a Dave Chafee attempt. Got to make a real attempt, a real run at the slope there. So your boys gonna have to start getting diesel, like a match with Dave Chafee. Oh, you got to be dieseled out. If you don't have a King's move, you better be just grab him and you got to have that. You got to have that just overwhelming strength to deal with Dave Chafee, like stupid strength, yo. You're gonna have stupid strength. So that'll be the what else be focusing on, just dumb strength. So that brick wall shit. Let's see. Mike Aiello's on another level right now. Beating Spoto is a big win. It is a huge win. Mike looked amazing. Brandon's king of Las Vegas. Spoto needs to start competing. I agree. But I mean, he's the king of Las Vegas, but he never competed to the king of practice Las Vegas. You know what I mean? I you gotta give credit for people that are out there competing. You can't just overlook people that are competing and people that aren't. Eric needs to start competing. Spoto versus Mendelson, says Tim Chase. Devin Dodd, I'm not going anywhere. Brandon couldn't move Spoto at all. Yeah, but in practice, I don't know, man. Derek versus Wheels left. You know what? None of this left hand. I love talking shit about the left and stuff because it's just like I approach it so lightheartedly and so little pressure. It's just a fun arm to compete with. So yeah, Larry don't want this lefty match. Let's see. Indrid Zero said thoughts of quality on the arm bet table. Probably getting one. Arm bet table. Those they're not bad. I've seen worse, but I've definitely seen better. But they're not bad. They're not horrible. They can be a little cheesy from the ones I saw. Let's see. I think I hurt those guys' feelings last night when you said you were the strongest in the group chat from Thomas Miles. A little bit. A horse-sized duck is basically a velociraptor, said nobody. Said nobody. Yeah, basically. If you would fight a horse-sized duck, we can't be friends. Clerks 93 says ducks will be able to pierce it. Oh my God, we're on this duck thing. Brian Pina says, or Pena, would ask for your prediction on John versus Devin, but you thought Monster Michael Todd was going to beat Devin, and he couldn't even win a single match. Did I think that? I'm trying to remember my predictions for Michael Todd and Devin. I don't remember making hard predictions, but I remember saying that Michael Todd can beat Devin. Oh, I can't remember what I ended up sticking with on that one. But I remember saying I think Michael Todd could beat Devin. But I don't know if I said he's going to beat Devin. So I usually don't go that hard on predictions. Anyway, Benjamin Mack says, Freedom, Texas is the same. Joe Valentine, dude, in Minnesota, people be riding cycles damn near nude, let alone have a helmet on. Brian Pena says, could tell you leveled up practicing with Monster Michael Todd and John. I feel good, man. The right arm feels like it's moving forward the way I want it to, and prep for Tim for sure. And I felt good in the places I wanted to feel good. So yeah. Who do you think is the hardest match for John in North America? Dave Chafee. I mean, I just think that Dave is not as versatile as Devin, right? But you have to be at a certain level of just raw horsepower if you don't have a King's move to deal with Dave, like I just said. John doesn't have a King's move, and John's horsepower, raw horsepower off the couch, has to be questionable. Now, does he have certain lanes and stuff where he's stronger than Devin this way, but Devin's stronger than him this way? Yeah, but with Dave, it's more of a consistent thing. In his move, Dave is just a monster, and if you're not at a certain level, dealing with Dave would be rough. So, I think Dave Chafee. Personally, it's just me off the top of my head. Yeah. I got to get in some love on YouTube. Get some love on my YouTube. Oh, Tony Thompson. Can you guys please post Tony's? Tony, what's your YouTube channel? Is it just Tony Tomlinson? Tony Tomlinson Arm Wrestling? Silverback Arm Wrestling? What is it? Give me the name, and then I'll have my moderators post it in there. You guys can follow Tony on YouTube. Sorry, Tony. I forgot that you're doing the YouTube thing, man. Oh, new member. Woo! Alexander Duke. You son of a bitch. Oh, my teammate. It's one of my teammates, Alex Duke. Teammate for now until he moves away. So Alex Duke is you guys saw him pulling Brandon Allen at my practice. I wanted them to have a little practice match. Alex has been in the sport. He hasn't competed yet. He's been practicing with us 7 months or something like that. I feel like it's like 7 months, 8 months. But Alex has a ton of potential. Big hand. He's a taller guy, like 6'4", 6'5", or something like that, 6'3", 6'4", and a big hand, and he posts and he top rolls. So really excited to see him compete. Alex, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you becoming a member on the channel. We haven't had a member in a while. No one's signed up for these membership things. Come on, y'all. So Alex, thank you so much, brother. I'll see you on Sunday, and then I'll see you compete next tournament ever at the Pole Hook Press. Let's see. Tony has beaten Vrej at least a few times right-handed, says Kyle Depew. There you go. How does John's hand feel compared to Monster Michael Todd? John's hand is stronger than Michael Todd's hand, in my opinion. What about Lefty? What about Lefty? Cody versus Tony match was a war outside the second round. Yeah, it was. Mad Knoxlaw says, stay away from Toddzilla. That dude has more TRT in him than the doctors recommend. We're going to go at it. I can't wait. There's certain guys I would love to compete with only because I would love to be in that moment of just like talking shit and screaming at them screaming at me, and us going full force. And Toddzilla is one of them. And also, I want to compete with Mike. Me and Michael Todd are constantly in talks about a left-handed match. Like, it's a thing. So, in practice, traditionally, I've been beaten up on left-handed, but his main move left-handed is a press. And I always bitch that my inner elbow, because I had hurt it, my inner elbow can't take a ton of side pressure yet. It's getting better. But so he's always like not doing his main move, but in more traditional arm wrestling, top rolling or hooking, I usually get a hold of him and I have too much hand for him. So, but I really want to have a match with Mike. I know it's lefty, but I think it'll be a ton of fun. And I keep telling him, I was like, if we have this match, you better go all out. I want to see the monster. I want to see you shit talking, screaming to the crowd. I don't care. Try to embarrass me, try to hurt me. I don't care. I want to have a real match to you. And I think it'd be a ton of fun. Because it's a left-handed match, so I'd have fun with it regardless. I'm just waiting for my elbow to build up a little bit and like reinforce a little bit through table time, and then I'll definitely. Michael is my number one left-handed match that I want, because it'll be so much fun, and I think it'll be a badass video. Let's see, Derek, what do you think of the odds are of John beating Devin now that you've pulled him? Man, I answered this question 5 times so far, but I think John could take a round or two. Devin's still the favorite to win the whole match. Yeah. Tim has definitely been training that wrist after Levon and Truman cracked him. Ooh. Thomas Miles, you're starting to get that silverback look. Keep up the training. Thank you. I don't disagree with you, Derek. We have the same opinions. How I've said for years you would destroy Spoto. I'm not saying I would destroy Spoto, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. He needs to get out there, man. I just feel that Eric is awesome, but I just feel it's weird that I'm always compared to him, but he never has competed. Like, not in like 20 years, Like, I just wanted to get in the circuit, start competing, and then like be not a guy that just trains arm wrestling, be an arm wrestler, a competitive arm wrestler, and then me as a competitive arm wrestler will face a competitive arm wrestler. It's weird. There's a hyped up match for me versus a non-competitive arm wrestler who's not competing, and I'm not saying that's because I'll beat Spot. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I feel weird about that. Brandon has proven himself to be the best through competition, is what I said, not Eric. Dana McWhite, that's what Kyle Depew says. Dana McWhite says, "Did you already speak about how John's hand and wrist fell?" Now you're messing with me, Dana. Get arm assassin table, says Robert Gould. Another member. Text Prime says, "What's up, Salty Matt?" Running Wild 32 says, "Just joined in. I love the recent content. You were looking thick and strong. Hope you have a huge 2022. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna will it to happen. We are going to will the 2022 to be awesome for Derek Smith. It's going to happen. We're going to start checking some names off the list. Gentlemen, we are going to climb some kind of ladder. I don't know what that ladder is, but we're climbing it. Tony Thompson says, just his name is his YouTube channel. You guys, please post that. Welcome to the club, Alexander Duke. There you go. Michael Edwards says, thought may have to unsubscribe. Derek never reads my messages anymore. Been better, kind of sick at the moment. Logis is exciting. Alex Clark, did John legitimately beat Monster Michael Todd during practice? Yeah. Mike was definitely not letting him hit him, at least not the way I saw it. Let's see. Monster Michael Todd has a huge shoulder press as well. Yes, he does. Can't wait to watch the match. It's going to be a war, hopefully. I agree. LS, I'm all the way to the bottom of the chat. Given you were supposed to face Kerdeka, do you think you would have beaten him given his recent performance? How do you think he does against Gasparini? Let me blow my nose so I sound a little clearer to you guys. Oh, yeah. That's nice ASMR for you guys. Any boogers? I'm good? All right. So I wouldn't pull Alex the way that they pulled Alex. You got to remember, I'm as big or bigger than Alex in terms of like length and hand size and stuff like that. So Alex goes over people. He keeps his elbow in the front right of the pad. They say go, and he goes up and over. My intention when I pull Alex, at least my original plan, was to challenge that, to make it very hard to go up and over with my arm. So I would emphasize arm height as well, and to make it really difficult for him to go over my mountain, because my mountain is so tall. So I would pull him differently than some of those other guys, because I think I'm bigger than them and longer arm. So, but he looked amazing. He looked amazing, and there's no telling. Maybe he just pulled right through me. I mean, dude looked awesome. So, but yeah, I was going to try to put him in a position to deal with my height, which is something odd if you're not used to dealing with tall people's arms. If you're always the biggest guy, it's really weird to deal with that sometimes at a high level. So, yeah, I'd make him just go over the top of my mountain. Let's see. It's kind of like the fantasy tournament we have going on. I'm against Jan Yurk, who has competed in one tournament. Oh, man, here we go, Mike. Thoughts on Aiello? Would it be close between you and him? I still want to pull Mike a ton. I think I'll bust him. No, I don't think I would destroy Mike, but I do think I can beat Mike. Although he has the wins on me in the past. Granted, I'm a lot stronger now, and I want to beat Mike Aiello. Mike, I'm throwing everything I have at you the next time we ever compete. Hopefully it's a super match, though. Let's see. What's going on with Michael's right? Seems like weaker than it did in the lead up to Devin. I know his pronation isn't fully operable right now. So he's working on that. Running Wild 32. When was the last time you battled Corey West? I feel like it would be a great main event in 2022. Corey looks to be completely healed from his injury. Just when I went out to practice at Michael's house. I don't know how long ago was that, guys? Like 4 months ago or something. I don't know how long ago was that. I practiced with him then. Left-handed, he was come back from his injury. I was way too much for him left-handed, but right-handed, he had my number for sure. It wasn't until the very end of practice I finally rolled him out a couple times. I actually did better with him in a hook than I did top rolling. But yeah, no, he was too much for me. He was too much for me at that practice. Not like, but like, let's see. I would try to post or roll, and he'd be like, "Oh, you get a hold of me," and then I'd go into a hook, and then he would pin me like 1, 2, 3, and then like 3 or 4 surges, and then be able to pull through me. So it wasn't like landslide victory, but he definitely was stronger than me for sure. And that was a practice too. Preps for Live Z says yes. Evan versus Tom, right? Paul Stevens says, "What's up, buddy? Paul, thanks for coming in and hanging out with us on this live chat night." Similar to Levon and Vitali pulling in top 8 with Yor and Alex. Levon and Vitali. Yeah, kind of like that. It's just Alex doesn't pull like Levon or Vitali. He doesn't slide his elbow. Alex doesn't slide his elbow until he's controlled someone's hand. Like, he literally will keep that thing right there. It just stays put. And he's like, and then finally gets it, and then everything goes, which is weird because most people do it all at the same time. They cup and attack hands as they drag their elbow. He leaves it up there to hang for a while, which is like really emphasizing his height, his arm height, his forearm height. So, we got to deal with that, you guys. We got to deal with it. So before I forget, the Vegas tournament happened. In the Vegas tournament, I know people touched on it. Cody Merritt and Tony Thompson pulled left-handed. Cody was able to win that one 3-0. Then Eric Spoto came and pulled Mike Aiello, and Mike Aiello was able to win that 3-0. I said leading up to this I definitely predicted Eric Spoto was going to win for sure. I said the only way Mike Aiello can win is if he wins center table on the ready go, and or he's so offensive that or he top rolls. Sorry, so he didn't top roll. He ended up controlling the ready go and moving first. Eric is a super offensive guy. Now people are like, well, later rounds he was offensive and Mike Aiello held him. Yeah, but later rounds that now we're starting to incorporate like endurance, and when you get pulled through that way, it just kind of ruins a lot of things, right? So, but Eric is a big offensive guy who like he's hard to stop when he starts going and he's tight and he's fresh. So Mike was able to isolate Eric's bicep early on in the first round. That I've pulled Eric in that situation too, where I isolated his bicep at practice. I was like, okay, now try to pull me out, and he couldn't. He's like, he couldn't get me out of there. So he was really strong. Once me trying to stop him in a hook I couldn't do it. But also at the same time, if I got my hook, he couldn't pull me out of it either. So, and that was a while ago at a practice when I went out to Vegas. So it's understandable if Aiello controlled center and shot in and isolated Eric's bicep, that Eric didn't have the comfort to pull through there. So I don't know. I mean, that's what happened. I didn't think Mike was going to be able to do it, but he did. So congratulations, Mike Aiello. I immediately messaged Mike. I said, I'm an idiot. You're a beast. Congratulations, brother. Period. So by all means. And then the tournament happened. Now in the tournament, I don't know all the placings, guys. So I know I'm gonna leave a ton out. I just know that my teammate Megan Mike went out there and competed left-handed, and he got first, undefeated left-handed. So Megan Mike went out there. He has his match with Jordan Sill this weekend, so he didn't pull right-handed. He didn't compete right-handed. He competed left-handed though, and he went undefeated left-handed at the tournament. Mike doesn't really lose too much. That guy just kind of pins everybody. So most people don't know that Mike went out there and won that. And his left hand it's not his right hand. It's not his right hand. His left is still pretty good, but his right is at that other crazy level, right? Okay. Let's see. Someone want to. For the height they were fighting for. Oh yeah, there you go. Paul Stevens says working nights are keeping me entertained. Paul Stevens have big match coming up in Washington State, brother. You know Gage is going to be right. Gage is going to be at the tournament. Like I know he's low key and he's hiding in the background and stuff. And Gage is he's always been that way. But like, man, there's this huge match going on, this round robin around his weight, and he's going to be at that tournament and he's not in it. I'm like, my boy. But you're going to see, you'll see the return of Gage Jordan at that tournament, supposedly competing. But that's what he told me a few months ago, that the plan is for him to compete. So hopefully we'll see Gage just pop out of nowhere, and it'd be cool. At least he'll catch some of you guys in the tournament, maybe with your offhands, and you guys have some cool matches. And I'm wondering if Gage is still strong out there if he got weak. And then I know Jamie Sheldon won his class at 200 pounds right-handed in Vegas, with Mika coming in second. I know Jamie beat Oleg Mosai, but Jamie was a lot heavier than him, I believe. Cybernetic Module says Megan Mike or Pablo Durbanyev, right-handed. I can't say Pablo's last name. Right-handed. So here's the thing about Mike. And in terms of that match of Mike versus Pablo likes to pull inside, and Pablo has great form and technique, and he knows what he's doing and all that stuff. We don't know how strong Megan Mike is in a hook yet. We don't know. I don't know. Anytime, he's been on this almost 2 years, anytime Mike has ever hooked somebody right-handed, he's won. Period. He's undefeated in a hook in his career, right-handed. Fact. So he's been rolled before, but once he's sunk in his hook, Mike has never lost a right-handed arm wrestling match in a tournament. It's crazy, right? So he might get a hold of Pablo and just throw him across the table. Or maybe Pablo is that limit. Maybe Pablo inside right-handed is that limit, and he's stronger than Mike. We don't know, including Mike. I talk to him about it all the time. We don't know how strong he is right-handed in a hook because nobody's beaten him in a hook right-handed in a tournament yet. So but form-wise, Pavlo is tight and he's doing everything correctly. Mike just has so much raw horsepower. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, I'd be really interested in seeing that and seeing what happens in a match with Pavlo and Mega Mike. I mean, it's like you would have to like put money tested. Pavlo's way more tested than Mike, of course, right? Smart money would be putting it on Pavlo, but because Mike is such an unknown, I don't know. Like we're gonna see. He's pulling Jordan Sill this weekend, and we'll see if Jordan hooks him or he gets Jordan a hook and how that looks, or if Jordan's gonna run for his life and try to top roll. We'll see. But yeah, Mike has never lost. Isn't that crazy though? 2 years, he's never lost right-handed in a hook. Super heavyweights, everybody beat me, beat Cody Merritt, Robbie Topi, Tony Tomlinson, Eric Wolf, Dustin Allen. Everybody in this local area that's tried to hook Mike or has hooked with Mike right-handed has lost to him. Anyway, just kind of crazy little fun fact. Let's see. Paul Stevens, yes, I can't wait to see him weigh 200 pounds. Gage never goes far from 200. The most he's ever been is 210. So he's always close to 200 pounds, within like 5 or 6 pounds of 200 pounds. So yeah, he'll compete at 200. Hey, Derek, keep killing it. What's with the mystery blackness? This? I've had my backdrop up for a while. What you talking about, Willis? Okay. XRE Pete says, after pulling Monster Michael Todd, do you think to number one, how long do you think you need to confidently beat him with the right? It was a practice and Mike was not himself. That being said, I feel that I have the muscles necessary to give Mike a really good run right now. Now, do I have the know-how and the elbow integrity to deal with Mike right now? I don't think so. No, I don't. Because I don't come across, the only time I come across a King's move at that level is when I pull with Mike. Other than that, it's like a foreign thing to me, the pressures, right? And so, but I do well, right? I think that even in a real match, I think I could take Mike's hand, but that the second part, I don't have down yet. I don't have down. My elbow was not conditioned enough because you're driving sideways for a while, and my elbow wasn't conditioned enough. I wasn't making the right adjustments. I started making adjustments right-handed, but I wasn't making the right adjustments. So I think it's an experience thing, and I need to condition my elbow more to be in that conversation of maybe being able to do something with Mike. But muscles-wise, I don't feel too weak. I don't feel like I can't hang. I mean, obviously, I want to get stronger and stuff like that, but I feel like muscles-wise, I'm in a conversation. But just know-how and having the joint integrity, those are two things that I need to work on. That I would focus on if I had a real match with Mike. But I'm not at that level yet. Mike is still above me, but we're going for it, right? He's in the way between me and Levon, obviously, and the goal is to beat Levon. So there it is. Did you ever get to pull Pushkar? Rest in peace. I did not ever get to pull Pushkar. I met him twice. I think I met him twice. But no, I never got to pull him, man. Rest in peace, though, for sure. Pushkar is amazing. Amazing. Any thoughts on Larry's progress in recent videos? I haven't watched a Larry video for a little while. So and last ones I saw, he was doing those heavy curls with Irakli and Levon. So I see you kind of got your left-handed match with Monster Michael Todd, says Jay Gilbert. Was it what you had hoped for? Oh no, those are just practice matches. Yeah, everything felt great. The one that keeps getting shared around is the one where he pressed me and pinned me. I won all the other ones. But like I said, when it comes to left-handed arm wrestling, you just always see me smile and stuff, and it's just fun to compete with it. Because my left-handed wrist have never been injured. It's healthy. So 11 years of me arm wrestling, and this has never been injured. This has been injured and like in different ways and stuff. My left hand is fully intact and it has 11 years of arm wrestling on it. So it works really well. So I'm really strong left-handed in the hand and wrist. Guys, that next level, like the Tony Thompson, the Cody Merritt, all those guys who are lefties dominant, it's they're connected in here, and that's where I have problems with them. I do okay in the hand. But in terms of the elbow stability and drive and tightness, I'm not there left-handed yet. But with Mike, man, we have a lot of fun. So we'll have the real match at some point. But that was just a practice. Do you want to rematch with John next year? No. I want to see what John does for a little while. And I have my own trajectory and things I'm chasing right now. And John is not a ranked super heavyweight. Having matched him does not help my climb in terms of my ranking, which I'm trying to become ranked number 1 arm wrestler in the world. And right now, a match with John wouldn't help that. It'd just be more for YouTube and for funsies and for the resume. So at some point, I love a match with John, but it's not on my radar right now. But I would love to keep practicing with him and learning from him for sure. How strong was Ermi's wrist when you gripped up with him in Dubai compared to John? Man, anything that happened in Dubai was so skewed because I was so weak. And there was some moments where I was able to flatten out Ermi's wrist. In certain areas, I can't see myself overpowering John when it comes to his pronation and his cupping through his palm. So I think John's wrist. I'll have to go with John's wrist because I'm way stronger now, and John's wrist still feels insane. And I'm sure Ermi's wrist would still feel insane, but I don't know if it'd feel like a brick wall quite as much as John. Michael Todd has never beaten John in competition, says Rob K. Oh, I didn't know that. You need patience against Michael. You can't just blast through him unless you're on another level. Exactly, Keyless. Yeah. And I did better. I don't know if you watched the first match with me and him at the practice. I was climbing. I was re-gripping. I did way better. I turned him really palm up, and I controlled his hand. It's just my elbow felt like it was going to blow out of my arm. So I stopped because I was just applying so much sideways. My elbow was not holding up. So I stopped. But in the hand, I made some good adjustments. I was proud of myself. Daniel says, where to buy a table? There's a lot of people that sell tables. The cheapest tables I know of, which is $350 plus shipping in the United States, in North America, I believe. They might be Canadian. But either way, that's the cheapest ones I've ever heard of. If you're going for a price, if you don't care about the price, then your highest quality one will be a Mazurenko table. Off what's the Mazurenko website for arms? What's the Mazurenko website, guys, to buy Mazurenko tables? I'm having a brain fart. But those are those can run you a couple thousand, but those are the highest quality ones you can buy. Hey, Derek, when can we see you take on Michael officially? He's a beast, says Cobra Voda. Working on it, man. Prince of Coin, why did Rebecca delete your wins and lie about it? LOL. Man, I'm not trying to say that about Rebecca at all. No, she's awesome. What's out? We got the clips out there that I want to get out there. Thoughts on Dennis? I've seen some videos of him pulling a bit again. Dude, that'd be awesome if he comes back. Woo, I'd be excited to see. I don't know if he'll ever be what he was, but it'd be awesome to see. Super chat from Xavier again, $10. Eric is suspect until more training and competition. You don't need that shit at all, says Xavier. Thanks, man. Yeah, I want to see Eric compete, man. I'd love to see him fulfill his destiny and his all his potential, but we just has to, until it's done, it's all just hypothetical until it's done. Let's see what Europeans are on your short-term hit list. Europeans. I mean, whenever I think Europe, I still want to pull Alex because I already started barking up that tree. Big Alex is the first guy I look at. Man, after that, I know Ingen always wants to find a match for Arif Ertem, multiple WAF champion, and I think that Ingen offered it to me, and the moment I'm ready for that match, I think I could get it in Turkey on one of the East vs West cards. So maybe a match with Arif once I feel ready. He's a monster. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Those are the names that pop out at me. After that, you start getting into like the elites. Somebody recently made a post saying me versus Manuel, he's Italian, Battaglia. I don't know, mispronounce his last name. That'd be interesting too. I know who that guy is. He's a monster lefty, especially. All right, guys, let's catch up. It's 6:00. Let's catch up on the chat real quick. What's your takes on the poll Ermi's did with Vitaly Dubai? It's practice. It doesn't matter. Gabriel Fernandez says, Larry releasing PR tables soon. Worth the wait, I guess. Yeah, we'll see. Will Evan versus Tom happen anytime soon? We're going to start pushing for that. Do you think stamina will be a problem with John against Devin? It's a problem for anybody against Devin. Kardeka is the man to beat. It seems he looks solid against Espy. I agree. Kardeka is a monster. Luke Polsher. Good Lord, you're still on here. LOL. Now I have to hose Mike. LOL. Expect to see a different version of me competing this weekend. Attaboy. Luke, you look really strong inside. Best of luck, man. Gabriel Fernandez says, maybe you already did that 100 times, big guy, but John is really a problem for the pumpkin slug. Yeah, we will. We'll see. I think he's going to pose a problem for anybody. And Cybernetic Module says, any athletes from other sports with major arm wrestling potential, in your opinion? I'd love to see Brian Shaw get involved in it. That's someone I'd like to see. Big hand, crazy strong forearm, big guy. I'd love to work with him and help him move forward. All right, guys. So that's all caught up. You guys know I call the stream usually at 6 o'clock. Uncle John is going live right now. Please, you guys, I appreciate you guys, all your support all the time for me. It's I'm undeserving of it. If you guys can, subscribe, share, join as a member. Love to have you guys hanging out with us. Come hang out with us on Discord. I'm on there all the time talking. If you guys have any training questions, you can always message me or find me on Instagram. You guys, right now I'm currently working with Armsport, and they're launching my discount code pretty soon. It'll be a AW Derek discount code. Save yourself 10%. I'm also working with NatFit, natfitnation.com, discount code AW Derek, 10%. Then also I'm working with a clothing company to get a clothing affiliate thing going on where I'll have another discount code AW Derek and Lion Straps. I need to talk to Leo that runs Lion Straps, get myself a discount code on there too. Some bitches. So you guys support any of my sponsors and the affiliated programs I'm with. I appreciate that. And let me know if I can help you guys with anything whatsoever. All right, guys. So everybody, let's head over to Uncle John. Let's just crash an Uncle John stream. Everybody say, Derek sent me, please. I appreciate it. Uncle John's working hard, and the man needs our support. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Much more coming. More reaction videos coming out on this channel. Hopefully, you guys like that reaction video. I'm gonna do more of those. They're pretty easy to make, and I got some more cool stuff coming in the works. Intros being made, and graphics and things. So, all right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll talk to you later. Peace.